I've had a ton of people ask me questions about the medication that I'm on. Again, I'm working on a really detailed blog post on all of this, but I thought I would just hop on and make a quick video. So the medication I'm on is called Zepbound. It comes, I think, in 4 different dose amounts. So when you start on the smallest one. At least it depends on you and your clinician, but I think most of the time you start on the tiniest amount, which is 2.5 milligrams. They come in a box from the pharmacy. This goes in the refrigerator, actually, and one box has 4 pens. You take 1 injection a week on the same day every week, and so this is basically a month's worth. It's 28 days. And so the smallest pen is 2.5 milligrams, and it is seriously the tiniest amount of liquid, I feel like. I'm actually stepped up to this next dose, but I got this one filled before I switched, and so I'm going to be saving this for when I get off the medication this fall. You'll step back down to the smaller dose, so that's what I'm saving this one for. I never went beyond the 5 milligrams, so there's 4 levels. I was on this for maybe 3.5, 4 months. I only just recently stepped up, and I think it just is really up to you and your clinician when you talk about just how your progress and how you're doing every month. They will decide with you when it makes sense, or if it makes sense to step up. For me, it didn't. For a lot of people, they step up after 1 month. I was feeling great and the medication was working, so I didn't want to step up, and thankfully my clinicians are amazing. There's no pressure. At any point you can just stop, especially if you're on this lowest dose, you can just stop taking it. And so this is what it looks like. Basically, it's just this foolproof pen. I am someone who does hate needles. I'm not someone who is very brave, and so I don't like needles, and they make it pretty foolproof where it just comes in this pen. I will pop the instructions on the screen that are on the box. I am not a doctor. I have no medical experience, so you really need to meet with a clinician and have this prescribed to you, but I'm really just making this for informational purposes since a lot of people are curious what this process is like. So it comes in this little pen that's kind of foolproof, and it has like a twist, lock and unlock. So I am actually due for my medication today. I took it last Monday. I take it on Mondays, and so you take this lid off, and the needle is like inside there, so you can't even like accidentally poke yourself, and the needle is super tiny. It's really small. And so the instructions are on there, but all you do is, I do to my stomach, there's different places you can do it, but you just put it like on one side or the other. You hold it to your skin, you push this button, and it's just like a tiny little prick, and then when you see the needle go, you're done. So it's like hardly anything. And then you just put this lid back on and you toss this. It's literally that easy. You just push this to your skin, push the button, let it go, and you toss this when you're done. So it's pretty foolproof. It doesn't feel like a normal injection. It's just like a tiny little pinprick. So even if you hate needles like me, it's not a big deal. And they make it so it's not like scary or anything like that. So that's all it is. And like I said, some people I'm sure have side effects. There are warnings of different side effects. Thankfully for me, I have had 0 side effects on this, like at all. No difference whatsoever. The only thing that it does for me is it just like puts this mental block in my brain where I don't think about food when I'm dieting. So normally when I'm on like Weight Watchers or something like that, I'm counting calories, I'm tracking every single tiny bit of food that I eat, and I'm just like constantly obsessing over food. With this, I just make sure now, I wasn't great about it before, but I make sure that I'm getting enough protein. So I'll have a protein shake or a protein bar, and I'm the biggest baby when it comes to that. Like I hate powders and protein bars, but I've just experimented a lot. I've talked to my clinicians. I've gotten some really good recommendations. I'll post those in the blog post of like what brands I can tolerate and eat or how I'm getting protein. But you have to do that work still. This is like not a magic bullet in terms of that. You need to be exercising, walking, getting enough protein. But all of that aside, it just makes it so I don't think about food ever. It's like not even a factor in my day. I'm not I'm not craving things. I'm not hungry for things when it's just frivolous. Like if I'm stressed, I normally would go eat, or if I want comfort, I would normally go grab a snack. That is just totally removed. So it's some crazy like mental mind block where I don't think about any of that stuff anymore. Even when I make food for my kids, like we are eating healthier as a family and we're eating fresh cooked meals as a family, so that helps. But even if I'm on the go and I need to grab them fast food, or I need to make them an air fryer like bagel bites or something, before I would just eat it because it was there and it's like quick and easy. Now I can easily pick up that stuff or make that stuff for my kids, and I just don't crave it or have any desire. So that's how it's been for me. I'll post more later, but I just wanted to make that video on how the pen works and the injection works.